It's good to see you.
Hey, hey,
Hey,
I'm
is
so
it just
glad to be
us?
working with you and only you. Oh my God. Those
I
other
Not
two
know.
divas.
I'm so.
today, bitches.
What is he doing in my damn
What?
phone?
So you know I got to lean in.
Child
Hey,
Cortez is
hey.
over here kicking everything. What's the T, people? What is the TTT?
What's going on?
Well, hold on, wait. Let me look a little smaller. Girl,
Okay.
I'm giving, girl. I'm giving big
I
bone.
bet y'all never thought y'all would see us on camera together.
If you knew the history between Ashley and Candace, you would know that this is a monumental event. Jamie, how are you?
I'm good. Did you just say Cortez has a big forehead then? If he's Ashley?
We
Is that
both
what you
got big
said?
foreheads.
Listen,
But
you're not gonna come again. You're not gonna come between us. You're not gonna do it. We're here. This is the Real Housewives of Miami, episode 13 and 14. Our dear friend Danny is down at the dumps, and I said it like that because I got flustered. So whatever, deal with it. Oh, that's a lot of D's. Down at the dumps, Danny, plus deal with it.
Watch them
With that
D
being
words.
he said, "Watch those B words."
the D words.
The
With
D
that
words.
being said, anytime we say Lenny, y'all take a drink, okay? Anytime we say the word, oh, that's
Wrong
one. So
episode.
that don't count. So going forward, anytime someone says the L word, take a drink. We got 2 episodes. We're gonna get right into it. Without further ado, further delay, let's get right into what the hell is going on. So the ladies are preparing for their girls' trip, and Marisol was exposed to COVID. So it looks like we'll miss her on this trip. Is anybody gonna miss Marisol?
No.
Oh, you,
Y'all
you.
know I love Marisol.
I was
Y'all are
excited for
haters.
this.
Y'all are haters.
Not that she had COVID because we wouldn't get to see
That's what
Alexia
it
without
sounds
Marisol.
Yeah.
I thought.
Which is just worse.
She has no. She has Alexia without Marisol has no other choice but to like attempt to tolerate these ladies. So
Yeah.
you got a point. Larsa says that her family is Moroccan, and that's why she has those big ass braids, and she's been braiding her hair for years. Gertie and I am not impressed, and if you know why I'm not impressed, you will know why I'm not impressed. Black Power. What I will say is something that I did not know is down to the Twitter, they were saying that she made it even worse for herself because I guess Moroccans do not have the best history with black people, and allegedly there's a lot of racism in Morocco. So with that being said, it's just like this bitch is just her and her big old booty. Please, Jamie, your thoughts?
The roots were hanging onto her scalp for dear
Oh,
fucking life. For
the hair
dear life.
doctor.
That hair was too heavy for her head. Whoever braided it didn't braid it all the way down to the scalp. Like it looked very messy, very like it could have fallen off at any moment. It looked like what her legs look like when it finally reaches the bottom of her ass.
This helper
Just
had dookie braids. She had dookie braids. And so the fact that you look at Gertie's braids and you look at her braids, and I'm like, this is not cute, Larsa. It's not cute in so many ways, but she was rocking them the whole trip. And the more and more I looked at her, I was getting Larsa. Was it Dolazal? What's her name? Dolazal.
Oh yeah, I caught Larsa
Rachel
Dolezal.
Dolazal. That's what I got.
she was trying to rock those fucking braids and she failed.
No.
She definitely was the butt of the joke of every hairstylist and patron in the salon. They knew what they were doing, and they sent her out there because she want to be down so bad. That's what your ass get, a regular hairstyle. Because if you knew better, you would do better. Catch. With that being said, before the trip, Julia went to the Botanica shop and had some items made for the ladies in order to have peace and zen. Julia pulls out the crystals, and then the curtains start to move by themselves. I'm not familiar with the Botanica. I thought it meant something else, but now I know what it actually means. Are you guys familiar with botanicas?
I know Botanical Garden.
See? No, that's the Botanica. Oh,
that's all I know. I'm just telling you what I
know. My God, today. Jamie, are you familiar with the Botanica?
I mean, every culture has something similar to Botanica. It's where you go to get like your spiritual stuff if you're practicing like spirituality and things of that nature. So it was really, I knew the minute that they walked in there. I don't know why Adriana didn't tell her like this may not go over very well with the two people, particularly with Marisol, because if you remember Mama Elsa, she was very, very into spirituality and ofrendas and things like that. So Um, I knew Marisol was going to be like, no, thank you. You keep that over there. Very
Well,
good.
you know, Adriana's been well behaved, but it doesn't necessarily mean that her spirit is in alignment. Catch
Correct.
that
As
down.
we see,
Correct.
as we see in the next episode.
As we're gonna find
Lord.
out shortly thereafter. Now Lisa arrives and she does not want to talk about herself. And everybody agrees that if they say Lenny's name, oops, they drink.
Oh, I ain't seen his name.
And it was Lisa who said Lenny's name the fucking most. My God.
And within that first minute, she said it like 4 times.
Drink.
My God.
You
Well,
gotta
I just
drink
have water.
Or drink a big gulp, actually.
Because she's thirsty ass. Yeah, so the group splits and some ladies get in the water and the water slide while the Golden Girls sit waterside, pouring their hearts out while all the other ladies are having fun. And Larsa admits that she has never seen an episode of the Golden Girls, and I believe it because it shows how uncultured she truly is. And I said, if Jamie doesn't hate you now, he definitely hates you. Before he definitely hates you now.
She's so stupid.
The opposite, Larsa is so damn dumb. I just be like, damn, it's like she has been living in a bubble, literally. And it's like, when people say that,
This is what they were talking about when she said
has no awareness of anything outside of her past marriage and her current life.
See, but this is why they think she's fake. And this is why Gertie says she's fake. Even if you have never seen an episode of Golden Girls, everybody on the entire world knows Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Even if you've never watched it, you know what the fuck Golden Girls is. If it's like synonymous with like fucking Friends. Even if you've never seen an episode of Friends,
But who?
you know Golden Girls.
Well, who?
Shut up.
We're living single. There we go. Girlfriend.
Let's be honest. White folks do not. White folks do not know what living single is.
Oh, they should.
They should, but they don't. But
they should.
She knows goddamn well Golden Girls is about some.
Girl, don't get me upset. Go ahead, keep going.
I hate her so much. Oh, I hate her.
I hate Larsa. I hate the executives at NBC for stealing Living Single and reformatting it as
the real villains. The real villains.
That's neither here nor there. Anyway, so yes, it's dinner time, and everyone agrees that they're having fun. The most fun they've had in a long time as a group. Oh yeah, it's fun, it's fun, it's fun. And then Big Julia. I should not be calling nobody big. Oh well, she's big too. She's a different kind of big. She's big and.
She's a big one.
She's a big one.
In that capacity, she's a big one.
In the words of my great grandmother, she's a great big old woman. Hey, Hallie, she's a great big old woman, honey. Julia tells the ladies that she went to the Botanica, and Alexia says that Marisol, if she was there, she would not be happy about it because Marisol feels like somebody done put some roots on her. And if you know what a root is, you know what I'm referring to. She feels like she's been spooked and has the heebie-jeebies because someone has been messing with her spiritually. Julia says that, it was coming from a good place. And then she proceeds to give the ladies their crystals. And she gave Larsa one for peace. Was that shade or no shade? Shade or no shade?
I think it is. I think it is a little bit. It's a little bit shady.
They all were. There was shading all of them that they don't like.
Yeah.
They don't care for. Definitely. Because when you tell her, girl, you need some peace in your life, you're unhappy. Right.
Julia fakes nice, but that's a shady lady. That's a big
shady
lady. That's a big shady lady. And that's why I love her.
Like that.
Absolutely.
She did.
She gave Lisa one for faith, shade or no shade.
I mean, telling her girl like half that there's love after lockdown.
I think she really likes Lisa. Not lockdown.
She gave Gertie one for friends. Was that shade?
I don't think so. I think she likes Gertie. I think she.
You need to realize who your friends are in this circle because these girls aren't kids. Is what I.
But that wasn't shade to Gertie. That was shade to the other girls.
Well, Gertie, I had Kiki in, but the people don't know what the hell going on. Anyway, Kiki won for Joy, and we find out why she needs that. It makes sense on the rewatch why she gave it. Because at first I was like, okay, but yeah, Kiki's got a lot of turmoil going on in her personal life, so
she does.
I don't think that was.
I hate that for her. I love her. I love Kiki. So much.
I thought back to when she came last season, how she wasn't she like engaged or something? She was going with the man last season, right? She was engaged, and then they called the wedding. Something happened with the wedding. Like they were like about to walk across the damn aisle.
Oh, Kiki?
Yeah, last season.
Slept through that.
So I think she's probably still dealing with that. I mean,
last season.
Isn't that what happened?
I believe so. Or
Because
she said that she had just broken up with somebody.
Come from a relationship. They were engaged. Or,
Oh yes. I do remember that at the beginning. Yes.
Maybe she called the Holy Ghost in the second episode.
And lastly, she gave Alexia one for happiness. Is that shade or no shade?
I think it's shade. That was shade.
I think it was shady. I really wanted her to really interpret what she meant by them. That would have added icing on the cake. I wanted to know, like, what was her intention? Like, at least what was her made-up intention behind each one?
She does enough to get away with it.
Right. She got.
Well,
now. I was like, oh, okay.
Now with me, I would say, what you trying to say about this, boo?
Yeah.
What does mean?
Am I imagining stuff? Or did a couple of episodes when her and Adriana were talking about Alexia looking into Adriana's fiance and stuff, wasn't Adriana the one that said people who are happy in their relationships don't look for shit in other people's or something? Or did I make that up?
No, someone said it. I don't remember who.
Someone said that in relation to that.
No,
so yeah, someone didn't lie.
Okay.
Well,
so
I think that was shade. Like, girl, you ain't happy because you over here starting some shit.
It gotta be one of them two.
Yeah.
Especially about
Okay, she gave Marisol. She gave Marisol one for peace as well, and we all know she needs it. That was definitely shade. I'm just gonna say that. They play Nicole's name, and Adriana reveals that she's into DP. And I have to ask you guys, what is DP?
Is it double penetration?
I didn't know you were gonna say it on
television. Just like that. Yeah.
Is it double penetration?
It is double penetration, but I didn't think you were gonna say double penetration on your show.
I mean, it's just penetration is not a bad word. I don't think.
Double.
Don't we all penetrate people?
Has anyone ever been doubly penetrated?
Absolutely.
I like to watch it. I ain't doing it.
Oh my God. How much has he drank today?
I have whatever he
pull up the browser history.
Pull up the browser
history.
I'm on vacation.
I wouldn't do that with no lady.
Get DP'd or?
I'm just playing.
Y'all got it. You thought it.
Anyway. Say, no, bitch. But no, I honestly, when she said it, I didn't know what it was either. I kind of had to put two together because it took me a while. Like, what?
Until she had trouble, and I was like, oh.
That's not what I googled it. I googled sex DP.
Oh no! When she said it rhymes with trouble, that's when I got it.
It was your favorites. It's all right there in your bookmarks.
It's not. I'm not into that. I've never had that done, and anybody who has that done, good luck and Godspeed. That's all I can say.
How is it?
I don't want to know because it feel like it hurt. What hurt?
Oh, loose booty bitch.
What are we talking about? Okay. Ooh. Anyway, Nicole threw her neck out.
If you participated in that, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments.
Let us know down to the said. So if Nicole threw her neck out giving oral, does that make her a hair doctor? Is that what her doctor is in?
One, I really want to know how you threw your neck out, Gibbons. I can understand like your jaw locking up, but like I don't understand a neck.
Like who gives head like that?
If her neck went out, if she was doing it long enough for her neck to go out, that means she need to re-examine what she's doing.
Okay, she ain't doing it.
I did a quitter, babe.
Maybe she can stop giving head.
Okay, maybe you should quit.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody ever lasted that long for me to be like, ooh. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? This is no longer a Real Housewives of Miami recap. Welcome to our sex lives.
Okay.
And I have never had my neck thrown out.
Mm-mm.
That means it's got you, girl. You don't got it. With that being said, they are dared to send a you up text to the last guy they talked to. And Adriana says that she cannot because the person that she was last speaking to has not spoken with her since Nicole's engagement party. And Larsa was like, not Larsa, but Alexia was like, instead of apologizing.
Unbothered. She said, oh, well. Why? I think she asked why. She goes, why not? Like, bitch.
I know you guys are going to be mad at me, and I don't condone what she said. I don't, but she had it coming. That's all I got to say. And after I say that, I'm out. I don't agree with what she said, but she had been poking that lady all season. And when you poke somebody crazy, it's like you can't poke certain people. You can't poke a Candace. Yeah. You can't poke an Adriana. You can't poke like a Nene. They're gonna say anything out of their mouth. You know what I mean? And then when they say anything out of their mouth, you cry. And it's like, well, what do they say that to me? You kind of provoked them.
Yep.
You know who you're dealing with. Anyway, if she's so disgusting, then why would you deal with someone disgusting? That's just my thing. I don't know. Did you guys want to say anything before I move on?
I didn't have anything from this part. I mean, it was entertaining, but it wasn't the joy of his.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a new day, and the group splits again for activities, and the Golden Girls are having a spa day, and Julia feels like Alexia has accused her of doing witchcraft on all of the ladies. Was Alexia right?
No, because it wasn't even a real botanica. We find out.
You
Like,
okay? Did
girl,
somebody throw a little witchcraft on you?
shut up.
Be so damn wrong. She be thinking she's so right. She be so wrong. It's like whatever she comes up with is what it is. She does not do thorough research. She don't scroll to the bottom of the page. It's just like she just be so wrong.
Loud and proud.
It's just like I don't understand. I don't. But hey,
what I'm loving about Julia is this bitch ain't letting nothing die. Like, she is holding on to shit, and she's talking about it every chance she gets.
Whoopee. Yeah, Alexia is very much that kind of person. Is like, she was doing witchcraft. Yeah, that's it, witchcraft.
Okay, like, girl, ain't no one doing witchcraft on you. You got enough going on in both of y'all's lives that I ain't got to do witchcraft. The universe is taking care of it for me.
Nicole asked Alexia, did she say that? And she said that, Alexia said that she knows when she was talking about it at the table the night before, that she could immediately tell Julia felt the type of way about it. And Alexia says that she feels that Adriana wants her life and wishes bad on other ladies because she's not happy within her own self. Do we agree?
I hate when people say somebody wants my life. I feel like, because that makes me think you think so highly of yourself that someone wants to be. I mean, I get the whole thing of she want to be me. But in the sense of Alexa, like, you just got married, and to be honest, before this, your life was not great. You were with a drug dealer, your son. I'm just saying,
No son.
She does not have, her life is great. She's doing great, but I just feel like for her, Alexia, that's not, nobody wants your life. No.
Yeah.
Even I said it, even when Larsa said it last year, like with Adriana, I'm like, Larsa, nobody wants your life. Nobody wants to go through that. So nobody wants your life.
It's always, I mean, I feel like that is like the go-to housewife delusional statement. And I love anytime a housewife says that, because what it really does, it always backfires, because more times than not, nobody wants your life, because we as the viewers have seen what your life has looked like season after season. I mean, at this point, Julia got herself a woman who don't give a fuck what she does. She could come and go as she pleases. Meanwhile, your man is fighting with other women. So, like, ain't no one wants your life. Your man threatened to beat up your son. Like, girl, worry about what's going on in your home. I love Alexia, but this season, the delusions have gotten
as a single girl,
grand.
As a single girl by choice, people always think like, because you may want a man and they have a man or whatever you like, that means you want what they got. Baby, I don't want what you have. I want what is for me.
And I want
I would love a
better than
man,
what you
but I
have.
want a man for me. You get what I'm saying? I want it in my way. And that doesn't mean that I'm envious or jealous of what you have. In order for me to want, even in order for me to want anything that you have, I would have to be somewhat happy for you, right? To want that happiness for myself. So that and that just debunks that theory, girl. Yeah, she wants my man. That's it. Yeah, Alexia. No. Alexia is the definition of loud and wrong in Cuban.
I love it. Every time. Hold on now. Hold on now.
She's Cuban, right?
Yeah, she's Cuban.
She's Cuban Barbie, right? Yes. That's what she used to call herself back in the day. Am I right, Jamie? The Cuban Barbie doll?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
And she still is. She still very much is.
Okay.
But she could still be loud and wrong.
There we go.
She can still be loud and wrong.
Well, he just don't want to give in to that thing. She's trash, honey. She's trash. Okay, so they're all together for lunch, and Lisa brightens up her son Logan's day. And the reason why she does so is because she's saying that, I skipped the whole portion. Sorry, before we get to that, Lisa's telling the ladies how Logan is having a hard time, and, he just is having a hard time. He's 5 years old. He's processing this divorce.
He's yelling, divorce. And I'm like, so this child is running around the house screaming,
yelling divorce
at 5.
At 5.
How would he have learned about that? Please tell me.
Okay.
I'm just saying, 5 weeks,
Lisa,
kids are
I
very
love it.
forward in their thinking. But how would
Yeah.
he be thinking? Why would he know what that is
Yeah.
and be screaming it out like that? I don't know. But you know, it could be the same reason that she said, you know, how she treated him with the dog, you know, the dog pass. She felt like it was best to, because what the dog will want is for her to still have that part.
Listen,
So, Lisa,
but
And that's why I said what I was saying about it.
this is why I don't believe this, because we all saw how Lisa tried to explain to him how that dog died. She was
exactly.
talking
That dog
in
wouldn't
very
have wanted that. Okay,
and then,
he didn't
so
want
you
it.
mean to tell me that you sat with your son and used big words like divorce? Like you could barely explain where a dog went. Like,
Well, this is what got
Right.
me. This is what got me. She said that her 5-year-old son was just so distraught and was screaming that he will. I'm not going to preschool because I'm never getting married, Mom. And you'll have to kiss my ass because I'm never getting married.
No, what took me out was what calmed him down was don't worry, be happy.
It is a good song.
It is, but I don't
And she
think that calmed that child down.
bitch, and she didn't even have the tune right. Like I don't know what song she was singing. It wasn't.
Yeah, because
It
I was
wasn't
like,
the
don't worry, be
melody.
happy by
It
Bob
wasn't
Marley.
nothing. Yes.
I said, huh?
Is that racist?
It was so random because I was
Jack,
like,
I don't know.
what is going on, Lisa?
That Lisa's dirty. She's a shady woman. She's a shady business, honey. The little girls are having their spa day, as I mentioned, and we go through all of that. Nicole asked Alexia, and we went through all of that. So as they're having their spa day, Adriana is confused as to why Alexia and Marisol are saying that her life is a mystery, although she has not called them herself to share any parts of her life with them. And she feels that they were bridesmaids in her wedding and they abandoned her during her divorce, and it isn't right, damn it. Are the ladies right to feel that she's mysterious, or is she right to feel that they abandoned her?
I think they're both a little bit right.
Yeah,
I think
right.
so.
Like you
But
can
they-
see with,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, Marisol and Adriana are the type, or Marisol and Alexia have always been best friends. They were best friends back in the day to a fault. They always put each other before they put anybody else. So, I mean, even in season 3, way back when, I think Lisa brought it up like, yo, I don't really feel like I'm friends with y'all. It's you and Marisol off doing, you know, whatever it is. I just don't think Lisa really cared that much. But Adriana is very, very hurt. Obviously, that she is not part of the core 2.
But my thing is, she has fallen onto Julia, and she
Yeah.
rides that. And
Yeah.
it's like I've never up until this moment saw her somewhat, even if it's real or not, wanting to be close with them like that, because she has Julia. But
Yeah.
now I think since Alexia probed into her little relationship and they kind of at odds, I think now it's like it's convenient for her to be like, oh, you guys don't support me, like to kind of. I don't think she cares to be friends with Alexia like that. To be honest, she may act like it. I think it's for TV, to be honest. But I think she's happy and cozy with Julia as she was last season, because last season they were just the same. It was always Alexia and Marisol, and it was always Julia and. So I don't believe it. I'll say that.
I was shocked because off of the show, throughout the years, they're always at each other's events, taking pictures.
Yeah.
You know, so I was a little shocked that they're not as close as they were. But at this point in the show, in the reboot of the show, it is what it is, girl.
Yeah.
Like I was alluding in my breakdown about she says that they think that she's mysterious and they don't know about her life, but she didn't call him either. The phone works both ways. So
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She's comfortable with Julia, but now she's conveniently trying to say, you guys are not supporting me. You guys are in my wedding. Was in my wedding. I'm no longer with this man. So,
but I get what she's also saying, that you girls was kiki kind for a camera when the cameras went down. You left too, and so it's gonna get real at this reunion because they both have points. This is a situation in this ideology of those 3 ladies that I don't feel like there's a right or a wrong. Because you could have as well. If you are hurting, I'm not saying that, because I'm not a person who cries, right? So even though I may have an inkling, if you didn't tell me, I may not say anything, because if you wanted me to know, you would tell me. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
this isn't the first time Adriana has been accused of being mysterious. Her whole storyline in season 3, when she fell out with Leah, was that some stuff came out that Adriana neglected to tell anybody about already being married to Frederick.
For like 10 years, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, the fact that Alexia and Metasol are like, hey, you're a little mysterious. We don't know a lot about your life. Girl, 10 years ago, they were all flabbergasted that you had already been married to this man that you were claiming you were getting ready to get married to. And then when you're trying to explain what happened, your story was changing all over the place.
Do you think that she may be getting in situations to where she can't speak about it? Or you think she just holding back?
I just think that with Adriana wants people to think that she's doing a lot better than what she is.
I agree.
So
I agree with that. I definitely
she
agree with that.
I'm sure that man it's got to be embarrassing, to go through what Frederick went through, to not have the most money, be on a reality show, have your best friend put you on blast for all the money she lent you. 10 years later, you're back on the show. Now you're a friend. Now you dating. The man's kind of divorced. Not like, I get it. We all try to fib to make it seem like
you got anything else you want to run it down about? My God.
Okay. I love it. Love down. Love down.
Not love down.
All right, so they're all together for lunch, and Lisa brightens up Logan's day by letting him have a temper tantrum, get his way, and then get him out of school early and reward him for it.
She said, "Go get him right now! Like, go get him!"
Not screaming at the nanny. Go
get him
now,
bro. You go get him.
Hold on.
Okay, bitch,
you get him from the Bahamas. You do it. Okay, so who you yelling at? Oh, okay. Well, that's why I can't work for the people, girl, because you go get them. No, so I'm gonna get that when I get there. Yeah. Anyway, and Julia pulls Gertie to the side to tell her that her and Martina are going to adopt a baby, and it's yay. And she is very judicious about what she shares with the rest of the ladies, but for those that she has common bonds with and a semblance of friendship with, she willingly shares the information. And I don't see a problem with her choosing when and how to share her life. So I don't have my problem with that.
I liked about that scene was seeing her, Gertie, and Nicole.
Yeah.
The new girls.
Genuinely happy.
The new girls, like, they have a real bond, and I'm excited to see where they take the franchise.
I can't wait till they fall out.
No, don't say that.
They need to stay. Next season is definitely going to be new girls versus.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna fall out next year.
It's definitely because based on what I heard from the reunion, Gertie she said she's ready for the next season.
What I really like is
that's what she said. She said on interview.
Nicole seems to really, really be putting in a lot of effort with forming bonds with the new girls, and she's talked about that in interviews. Nicole is a lot more. What is the word I'm looking? Like strategic. Like she's trying to make it good with the old bitches, but like she's very much making sure that her bonds are with the new girls that the fans are liking. She's gonna let these older girls, and if Alexia and them were smart, they would pull back a little bit because the fans really like the new girls. But she's strategic. I love Nicole.
She's Wendy because that's what Wendy did. Wendy was hanging out with them green-eyed bandits, and then she got to see them people dragging the green-eyed bandits over Monique. And the next season, she was hanging out with Karen.
I think Nicole would have been fine with Alexia and Marisol if they hadn't been coming at her so strong. They definitely hated her last season.
Oh yeah, well they just know what she's gonna.
They hate her. So whatever she did at this point, she tried. She came in. I thought she came in pretty calm.
I love Dragon Wendy. I gotta come on Potomac one Monday.
Lord.
Do you have anything you want to say, Blue?
No, that's it. That's it. I'm excited. We'll see it. We'll see if Gertie is as ready as she's claiming to be.
Okay. All right. Alexia talks to Adriana and she says that she does not want her to feel a way about their distance. But Larsa goes behind her back, of course, and tells her everything that Adriana spoke to her about it. Adriana is annoyed with Larsa, and that won't be over, but we're going to table it for now because the bigger conversation is between Adriana and Alexia. Alexia feels that because she has become closer to Julia, it has created distance and she's become a bit unapproachable because of that. And she does not know how to navigate their friendship with very big old Julia in the mix. And Adriana says she doesn't know why Alexia would accuse her of things like dating a married man and being a liar when they have this rich, long history on and off camera for over 10 years at this point, and she knows who she is as a true person. Anyway, I wasn't buying it. Adriana felt ousted from the group, and that she feels that Alexia supports Marisol's bad decisions. and it looks like we're getting common ground when like Jill Zarin that nobody wants while they're getting a pedicure on a group vacation. Surprise.
My fave shows up. Oh, the queen of
I ain't
Miami.
gonna lie, I gagged a little bit. I was like, yes,
I
that was
loved
cute.
it with a bullhorn. And the thing is, Marisol knows she's annoying. Like she knows that she's gonna get them.
She knows.
bitches,
She
and I
knows
love
that
it.
she makes a couple of girls uncomfortable.
Yeah,
She knows.
Well,
it's like
it gave me that she was sitting back in, they call it like producer village or whatever, like
Yep.
where the producers were on a little mini cam, and she was watching them talk, and they were like, now. And she
Yep.
went in and kicked that door open like it was a Bad Girls Club.
Maybe. Do you think Alexia knew?
No.
I think so. Yeah,
I think she
they
was
were
coming.
texting. Oh, absolutely.
She was ecstatic, chat. She was excited.
She
They
knew she
all were
was coming.
excited, but
She
yeah.
loved it.
But I don't think she knew when she would get there. Does
Yeah,
that
I
make
don't.
sense?
Yeah, true. Adriana was not happy
Because
I feel like Adriana felt like maybe she could break through to Alexia, and I feel like it may have been different if Marisol wasn't there. But child, Adriana, you can continue with child Adriana.
that
In this
timing was
episode,
perfect.
she showed her ass.
I
And her
loved
tongue.
it.
Well, just
I
as we were
loved it.
saying, she's the most well-adjusted cast member on the show. Adriana shows us otherwise, and we're going to find out why. So Marisol arrives, and the girls get in the pool, and Larsa reveals that great big old donkey booty. At this point, we've had a close-up. We've seen the booty, we've seen the thighs and the legs. Do they match?
None of them match. Nothing matches.
I don't find Larsa's body attractive at all.
Oh.
And it's not because she's a woman. It's because like she like the ass thighs don't match.
The face.
The face, even like the midsection. I feel like for somebody that thinks she's so bad, I don't find her body. She don't have a bad body to me. Like it's
At
very.
all.
It's
Frankenstein.
you know how football players used to have a body and they kind of fall off. So if she was a football player, then she fell off. That's how her body looks to me. She still got an ass because it's not hers, but. And I'm not body shaming. What I'm saying is that I don't find her body to be attractive.
Well,
there are
you can't.
plenty of the bodies that I feel like they could be oozing over. I really think that
Julia.
Julia has a great
has
body.
a nice body.
But
And
the
not
thing
because she's
is,
small,
like,
it's just a nice body. But maybe that ass was
Gertie.
nice.
Kiki
Gertie.
has great boobs.
Kiki.
Kiki,
Here's
you
the
got
thing.
nice titties.
For
I
somebody
don't even like
that,
boobs. She has good boobs.
Yeah.
the thing is with Adriana, or what's her name, Larsa. These are all choices that you have made. And so I'm all for plastic surgery. Baby, there's a couple of things that I want. But like, baby, if you go to having no ass to having a lot of ass, you need to understand proportions and what that's going to do to the rest of what you look like.
Here's
your thighs still look like they did in 2003.
So listen, Larsa's body looks fine in clothes.
Eh.
No, I think in clothes it because it shapes better in clothes, but in swimwear and even like I wouldn't want to see that. And it's like I said, it's not because she's a woman. It's just because it's just not it. You thought
she definitely has a Kim Kardashian, like her and Kim Kardashian went at the exact same time and got the exact same work done because neither their legs match. She got calves from somebody else's body. She got thighs from somebody else. She went and got a whole other person's face.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. You guys are going to get hate mail out the Wahoo today.
And then the thing is, when she says Adriana wants to be me so bad, I'm like, baby, Adriana's a little, like, Adriana did it right. She did a little sit, whatever. It doesn't look crazy. Good for her. Good for her.
Like
ain't nobody want to be you. You want to be Kim Kardashian so bad. That's why she was mad at Adriana, because Adriana got her last season when she said that.
Yes. So Lisa and Julia talk about the current state of her relationship with Lenny, and she wrote him a note to better convey her feelings.
I wish she wouldn't did that.
I wish she would not have done that.
Because he didn't care.
He didn't. He already didn't speak to you coming to the house. He's not going to read your letter, baby.
That man
said. But also, I feel that because I've done that before. Ugh.
Did it work for you?
I'm single, aren't I?
Well,
2 + 2
would not equal you. Blue. Boo. Now, Adriana wants to have her conversation with Marisol, and she feels that they've drifted away. And Marisol says that she knows, and she said that Marisol knows everything that she went through because Marisol gets all the tea in the streets and didn't reach out to her, which is quite interesting. And Marisol admitted that she did know, but they just did not have that relationship, as the ladies all went their separate ways for a few years before reuniting. Um, Adriana says that she has a lot of things that she's going through, such as having high cholesterol, which is almost.
Adriana, please keep going. There's so much I want to talk about.
She said, I went to the doctor. My cholesterol was 1,000. Girl, that's
Which is
You need to go to the hospital.
why are you here? Why are you here?
Debbie Downer.
Of all the things, my cholesterol is.
And that makes her prone to having stroke.
Go to the hospital. I was just like, Adriana, you shouldn't be on this trip, baby.
Oh my God. Fucking cholesterol.
Okay, all right. Alexia doesn't care about her high cholesterol or the fact that she's probably going to have a stroke at any moment. It says that's why no guy wants to go out with her, because she brings up her cholesterol at any given moment, and it's too much. Now, all of our followers with high cholesterol, we just are saying what's happening on the show.
Sorry.
We're not coming for y'all because,
we're coming for her.
Lord Jesus, we have to give you disclaimers because we can't.
I don't want anybody to come and say, they cholesterol.
I'm a high cholesterol warrior.
Mitch, I hollered when Alexia was like, she said, no, girl, like, we like your music. We're not talking about your music. There are other things we don't like about you.
Wait, you're jumping. You said
am
you
I?
like her, do it. But if I did, it'd be bad. You can put a pin in that really quickly, because before we get to that, she's not done wearing Marisol's ass out.
She's not.
Marisol said that she was going through a lot with the loss of her parents, her home situation, and her boyfriend, which I believe is a lot. And going through a bitter breakup with her ex-boyfriend. Maybe she should have tried to write them letters that Jamie.
The Jamie and the Lisa Rose.
Oh,
sorry, Jamie. All right.
don't write a letter, y'all.
Don't write a letter because it's not gonna work. Okay.
Don't be a leader.
Adriana
Ain't no
says,
4-page
speaking
letter
of
here.
which, I'm sorry, but what'd you say, boo?
Nothing.
All right, Aaliyah. Adriana says, speaking of which, Marisol's ex hit her up, and out of her loyalty to Marisol, that is why she didn't fuck him, because she's loyal, and she would never do that to a good girlfriend, a good Judy of hers. And everybody is saying, like, what is that about? You can't do that. Like, let's just unpack that. Because how are you and him having these conversations to the point where he wants you?
Well, let's talk about Alexia and them already knowing that they knew that he had.
I never picked that up that he knew.
Well, she said that. She said that he wrote her on Instagram or something.
Oh,
like
how
that.
did he said that he had.
But she said that they had phone numbers.
They do that.
Right. So Alexia and Marisol, apparently they knew that they had some kind of conversation or converse. So that's why I was like,
that's probably why they were done with her then.
And to me, when she mentioned it, I noticed that it didn't gag them. It more so took Marisol kind of slightly went back to that space of that man, being with that man, because obviously it was hard, and she said she went through a lot with him.
Hurt her.
It hurt her. So I get that part, and I think it kind of like reopened a little bit of her. But Alexia was more upset because they already knew it, but I guess they decided to not talk about it. And Alexia says, why not bring it up before? Why not bring it up before now? Like, why? Because we already knew, bitch. We already knew.
Well, that's before they got to digging and going through medical records and divorce decrees, looking for stuff to bring up about that lady on camera. Which is why on this one, I'm gonna give Adriana a pass on this one, because they were wrong for what they did. They did not apologize once they found out, and they hurt her and tried to publicly embarrass her on camera for a storyline. So if you want to do it, then let's do it. Again, who you're dealing with.
I wonder if that's why
you get. This is what you get.
True. I wonder if that's why they did it. They were waiting, like, to get her back.
Maybe.
I fully believe she was.
It sounds like that may. I wish now if they had said, and that's why we don't fuck with you now. I would have said, "Ooh, damn, sorry, Adriana."
Yeah.
See, so my thing is, like, you may give Adriana a pass, and I kind of do, because I was like, all right, it's messy, we're being messy. But I was also kind of on Alexia's side, like, girl, this was how many years ago? Like, you've been sitting on this, waiting to kind of like throw this at the right, like the most opportune time, um,
Yeah.
knowing that it would hurt Marisol,
Yeah.
and now you're doing it on camera and in front of
Yeah.
mixed company. These
Yeah.
bitches here don't know anything about that man. These
But what did
bitches
they
don't know
do?
anything.
What did they do with Adriana's boyfriend,
Well, that's
Jamie?
because allegedly Alexia heard that man was already married.
She didn't hear that shit.
So she's wrong too. She ain't right. But at least that was like happening today. Like, girl,
But
we
they
talked
haven't
about
been
it
on
today.
camera in 5 years, Jamie.
We talked about exactly. So why would Adriana bring it up something from like 5-6 years ago?
Because you came poking around my business. Now I got to poke around yours. Let's talk about it.
That's my opinion.
And that's why we got a square and you got a square. But in this square, I'm gonna challenge your square, Blue.
Look,
I'm just borrowing.
and that's why I have my own square, and y'all have to share.
And another thing,
That's why I have to.
I'm sharing the square.
No, but I hear you, and we are all allowed to share our opinions. But I have to stand fast in it. If you come poke around somebody's business, I don't give a damn when it happened. Let's talk about it. Since you want to talk
and
about
like you said earlier, Adriana is very much you can't control when you poke the bear. Now you can't control how she reacts. Y'all been knowing Adriana is a loose cannon for 10+ years. Like,
but if
you
Alexia
didn't
get
think
up
she
and
was
whip
gonna
her
say
ass
some
next
shit.
week, I'm gonna be like,
The only person whooping ass at this table was Larson, apparently.
Beat your ass.
Black Barbie Larson. Black Barbie Tristan.
oh, the show is up because I'm gonna get mad.
That's Larson.
I'm gonna get
Trying to
upset.
be Larson.
Oh, that made me mad. Oh.
She talk a different way. She look a different way. She paints a different way.
No, that's totally fine with me because you need to, because I was gonna get upset.
Was that the same scene? I didn't know.
No, not yet. It's later.
Okay.
You need to hijack it because I was definitely gonna let Masa Dolazal ass have it. Yes, Alexia feels that it was distasteful and whack for Adriana to bring it up after all of these years, as Jamie has mentioned. And so you've heard our thoughts on that. We're going to move forward. Larsa and Nicole are rehashing the date, and Larsa admits that they didn't get off to the best start, which Nicole agrees. And they didn't get off to the best start because who the fuck is Nicole to invite Larsa to her house? I know y'all listen. Now that high cholesterol and that stroke thing, that's up there. But for me, my favorite underrated line of the season that they keep replaying over and over again is, "Who the fuck are you to invite me to your house?"
Keyword her house.
I love
her
it.
house.
It's good. It's Larsa.
Home.
That's Larsa. If you want to know who Larsa is, that's a perfect.
That's Larsa.
Not a golden girl because she never watched it. My bad.
Ooh, why would she do that? Not watch that.
And she wears braids.
She goes. Oh,
my bad, people.
Horrible braids.
Dookie braids. That thing. Those were Sinead.
Those are the blackest braids you get.
She almost reminded me of the Lady from Friday. Ain't telling me who she is. If she had did that,
who you go to the show with last night, Craig?
I'm gonna beat her ass.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what she said. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. Yeah. So then Larsa actually apologizes in the moment for repeating the rumor and then immediately backtracks it by saying, "I didn't really mean it. I was just trying to have a good night."
God. Oh God.
I feel like I've seen a housewife do that before.
All of them.
Ramona. Ramona Singer is the queen of that.
Ramona.
I didn't mean it. I just wanted to get her off my back.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, so Marisol and Alexia are getting ready, and Marisol says that she threw that nasty, stinking ass crystal over the balcony because she didn't want anybody's energy on it. And the fact that Adriana brought that up about her ex is low, and that she knows that man loved her.
She knows that man loved her, and what she went through was the worst.
Well, listen, when she said that she knew that her ex loved her, I immediately felt that he didn't. What do y'all think?
God damn it.
Keep telling yourself,
like,
bro. Keep telling
like
yourself, boo. Keep telling yourself.
Maybe you'll convince Hope.
Rocky, but I think he did.
Not the way she was in that mirror.
Loved her, maybe not in love, but loved her. That's why. That's it.
Love what she did, but she paid for everything.
Oh, you're right. Well, let me shut my ass up.
Blue.
I'm Team Marisol. Y'all can't. I'm not saying anything.
Girl, we're moving on. Oh boy, the ladies are at dinner, and they're going to have a rage release dinner. Rage release and something. There was another R, right? I'm not going to be able to say rage and release, So I want to call it the relax, relate, release dinner.
Not
Relax,
relax,
relate,
relate.
release.
Holy Ghost dinner.
Yes.
Release.
Kiki is ready to ejaculate her aggression during the exercise. That's what she said. She said it.
Kiki, you know, she took
The storyline for me is one state. I don't want to hear about Kiki and sex. No.
I
More
love
sex
her.
out, boo.
I
Kiki
love her
is
so
really
much.
she's trying to be the confessional girl, the sage girl.
She's not.
I think at first it was like, okay, it's nice comic relief. Now it's like everything you have to say does not have to always be this.
Wow.
But I hate that she feels that that's the only way that they will keep her in the show.
Y'all flip-flopping
still
bitches. How quickly y'all turn. How quickly y'all turn.
She wants to scream until she farts. That was the next thing.
I was like, Kiki.
So I forgot that was next. So Kiki, you're ejaculating, you're farting, you're screaming.
You pee in the water.
Please get that
relatable. Relatable.
What did they say on Malcolm X? That brother's starving. That brother's starving. Give her a mojito. That brother's starving.
She wanted bad.
Oh, she'll get it.
She's not gonna get it.
She'll never get it.
She's not gonna get it.
Never.
She's definitely Marlo. She's not gonna get it.
Never.
Julia asked if Marisol if she got her crystal, and Marisol admits that she doesn't want to accept any vibes from anyone, whether they're good or otherwise. Not from Pepe, not from the other names that she said. And listen, I be wanting to hate Marisol, but she's a classic. She's a legend, and I think that I want to say this, and hopefully I say it the right way, and y'all hear what I'm saying. I think that the fact that she does not have to share a screen with Elsa, who is ultimately a bigger personality, has allowed her personality to shine, because those earlier seasons of the show, no, I didn't care.
Yeah. I think we said that last year whenever we were recapping that, like, Mama Elsa passing kind of forced her to kind of come into her own personality. It was so easy for her to kind of like default to whoever was around. She was a little bit vocal, but we all remember season 3 where Corinne and Anna were wearing her fucking low, and she barely stood up for herself, where Elaine, the drag queen, was trying to run her low and she barely stood up for herself. So I'm glad that she's kind of stepped in. She's fully embraced her villain era, and I love it. Good for her. This is what we should have seen years ago.
True. So Julia wants to know why Alexia gave her that Barracuda look and says,
this scene took me out.
It was chaos.
Every time I say a sentence, laugh. It was that good. If you guys have not watched this episode and are watching us first, we're actually going to be doing you a disservice. This particular recap, stop where you're at now and go watch this episode and come back to us.
Because we can't adequately explain. We can't adequately explain the chaos that
it seemed too much. It was a lot
they put a side by side to this lady. The fact that she was upset that they were like laughing. She was just like, what? And then she got offended because they alluded to that she didn't know what a barracuda was.
It's Lisa looking it up. Lisa saying
it was the side by side. They kind of did look alike. So no longer Barbie, now Barracuda.
Oh my God. Barracuda.
And it doesn't have to, they're passing around the phone looking at that lady laughing at her.
Oh my
Barracuda.
God.
Yes.
Lisa says she wishes that she still had these problems and longs for a simpler time when the biggest issue in her life was her big tacky ass house.
And written it out on the
I was like,
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired of her.
All right, Lisa.
I love Lisa.
Okay.
I love Lisa. I'm all for anytime a housewife hijacks any scene and makes it about herself. I'm for it.
It's Lisa.
It's Lisa.
I want to push through these next topics to get to the meat and potatoes. Larsa interjects and says that no one is letting go of things, and this is why they can't move forward, such as Adriana feeling that the ladies think that she's mysterious. Adriana says that they had conversation, and she pointed it out to Larsa about how she's felt excluded in the mysterious element to her personality, and they have had the conversation. So what Larsa should do is shut her big black ass mouth. And
is this where Larsa said that she called Alexia a bitch?
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
So Marisol says that she could have kept the info about her ex to herself. She never needed to know it. So Marisol goes out to point out that she was nearly anorexic because of this. So that's how much pain she was in. They go back and forth about Alexia and Adriana, and Alexia calling Adriana a liar. And Adriana, I'm skipping forward. Adriana is really upset with Larsa for going behind her back, telling the story and not properly conveying her feelings because Adriana says that, that Larsa told Alexia that she called her a bitch, and she didn't. She was putting the bitch as an exclamation point to the end of her thoughts. And so, if you do not know how I felt, then you cannot properly convey the feeling. And so, they're going back and forth about that. And Adriana finally has enough and says that you are misconstruing what I say, and you don't know what I felt, bitch. And that's the thing you was looking for. And throws her drink to a la Teresa Giudice, Judice Gorga, whatever, Ruelas, and it was epic.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like,
I lived.
It's like, no, I didn't use it that way, but I'm using that way on your ass.
Yeah, now you know what a bitch is.
Yeah.
It's like, Larsa threatens Adriana physical bodily harm, and I don't think she wanted to
Black Larsa, Black Barbie dressed as what was it?
Ferrari.
She told her she would beat her ass.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but she said that.
And I was like, okay, it's the braids.
Now Larsa.
We've seen them braids squeezing the brain too tight. Heffa.
We have seen Adriana pull back and clock Joanna Crumpo right in the face. Like, whose ass are you beating, Larsa? Whose ass? Whose ass are you beating?
Nah, but you know, we don't condone violence there, bro.
I do.
Well, they on Peacock, but yes, probably. Yeah.
They on Peacock.
Oh, Peacock would have got rid of them in a heartbeat.
You right.
Child, we already paying you the $10, and now y'all cutting up over them $10. Now we split 8 ways.
$2.50. $2.50.
Larsa says, one thing about me, baby, I never start. Cue Larsa's greatest hit starting with everybody on the cast. Kiki is annoyed and storms off because they're unclassy, and she says they fight as often as people have to pee. Cue Kiki peeing in the water.
Peeing on her, she probably got pee on her dress. You know, listen, we all have moments where we gotta pee. We got, you know, as men, we go pee on the side of the bush and on the gate, whatever. Women got to squat. I've seen some of my female friends pee. They got to go. But, baby, you just did it right next to this nice raging and Holy Ghost session. And the dinner table's right here. You barely lift your dress up. Never a bit unhinged. I don't know.
Never.
She is going
never
through.
Was there a precursor?
Yeah, she's going through.
Telling yourself you are too classy to be involved in the situation, and then pissing
and you
on
go
yourself.
And do probably the most unclassy thing on camera.
I love it.
Is that more commentary about Kiki or about what she thinks of those ladies?
Right? It's like, bitch, if y'all have been with me.
Both of them.
Dios mío. Yeah, so Adriana's with the lady leading the rage, regret, release, relate, relax part of renew, whatever. And she's leading that exercise, and Adriana's in tears saying that she's going to be dead and with a dog.
This took me out. When I tell you I was on the plane, I yelled out loud. He said, one day if I die, I'll probably be dead. They'll never know, and I'll be next to my dog.
It was Gertie picking her up.
That's a real concern as a single person.
Therapist.
But the fact that she expressed that out loud, like these are things you keep to yourself or talk to a therapist. But and it was the voice and the cry to go with it too. It was hilarious.
Sobbing, and the lady was sitting there just like.
That black lady was like, "What the hell is these damn white ladies talking about? This is the Bahamas. We don't do this." It was entertaining though. I ain't gonna lie.
I love it. I'm sorry. My TV's going. I looked up and I saw somebody's outfit and I want to throw up. Anyway, why was she wearing like that? This and this. All you see is a big old and then some titties.
Robin.
That's horrible. It's such a horrible looking. It's such a cute outfit.
Watch the topic on Mondays. We back.
It's such a cute outfit and she wore it horribly. Anyway, Adriana's with the exercise teacher crying about her and her dead dog, and then Julia is saying that Adriana is having a mental breakdown and she's slowly realizing what Adriana means when she says that these ladies do not have her back. Lisa comes over to comfort her and puts her needs aside to help her, which was admirable. And then Black Larsa comes over and says, "Hey, we're here for you, babe. I just got done ripping your new asshole at the table and I'm gonna fight you, but I love you."
That lady.
Oh my God.
That is.
But you know what it makes me believe? That Dr. Heavenly told me this. You know what they want for these shows and this camera. Give it to them so we can get the hell on and go home.
What
I think is, let's have these conversations that are uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, do I wish you harm? No. I think that when you do work with, like I work with y'all, I don't say the L word, but I L y'all. You know what I'm saying? I like y'all. I rock with y'all.
You know, you can just say it, right? Well, I love you
You
all.
love me? Do you love me, Chase?
Thank you for tuning in to Miami. We're gonna go ahead and lean out. And yeah, girl, I love you, girl. All right. But we work with each other and we have these conversations and we're gonna have to have it, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that that's where she was coming from, and I'm all right with that. You know, she's a black woman, and that's just what it is.
Support.
I'm so sick of her. Ooh, I'm so sick of that
In
bitch.
February, Chase, on day 19 of Black History
Why
Month.
would they? Brother always has the worst time in airing
They
stuff.
don't do it Black History Month. They could have waited to March.
They could have waited.
They
But
could have took a big break.
Paused it.
colorism. Anyway, it has nothing to do with it. I just want to yell it. The other ladies come over and attempt to rally behind Adriana, and then they go to the ritual. And the spiritual healer says for them to think of any person or situation that has made them feel angry or inadequate, and scream by the seashore. And although we are not by the seashore, I want to give us all that opportunity. So I want you to think of anything that has made you guys feel inadequate.
I was like, listen, I feel it. Inadequate.
Inadequate. Oh,
Hennessy.
right.
She got the
Words are hard.
Hennessy.
It's a big word for Elmo.
What do you say?
I don't know.
That's a
What'd
big
you say?
word for Elmo. It's a big word for Elmo. It's a big word for Elmo.
Girl, I will hop through this phone and beat your
Will you
ass.
beat my ass? Will you beat my ass?
Wow.
I'll be in Dallas soon. Just know that. And I'm looking
Know
at
that.
You gonna say you want me to? You want me to?
Oh,
You
don't
want
do
me
that
to-
because
drag me,
I'm gonna
Monique.
be there soon,
Drag me,
baby. I'm gonna be
Monique.
there real soon.
Drag me,
Real
Monique.
soon. Okay, so I'm gonna think about Jamie. You guys think about someone, and on the count of three, we're gonna scream. Okay, a situation.
I'm not trying to
One,
get evicted.
2. Turn your phones down, guys. 1, 2, 3.
I had to leave out so anyway. That was the hand. I have never do this again.
I was a little lightheaded.
I would never do a recap in person.
I'm great. I'm great. I'm good at what I do, boo. I wouldn't get higher again and again. Yes. So that happens. The ladies are conversing. Excuse me. All right. Whew, all right. We're good. So the ladies are now conversing about how all of us just screamed to let our rage, regret, release go against Jamie. And Gertie and Kiki are having a good time, and they 69 each other, but they fall and break Adriana's foot.
I have never seen anybody with a broken anything be that calm. They broke my foot. Oh wow.
That's the
They
say,
had-
oh my god, you broke
they
your
broke
foot. You broke my foot, man.
Just like like the
And I
was,
was like-
Was that a little microaggressive? Like, did you feel like she wanted to say something else?
The two black girls broke my foot.
That's what she wanted to say.
I didn't get that at all. But she definitely,
I said that.
considering what she was just going through, she was looking for another moment to be like,
Oh,
please
absolutely.
be my y'all support me, be my friend, rally around me, and clearly find out that, you know.
Yes, okay. So no one believes that her foot is broken. And
Poor
Except
man.
Julia.
well, Julia was going along with it because it's Julia. And head Dr. Nicole, she doesn't think the foot is broken either. So they're carrying Adriana around the beach after a medical professional wraps her foot up, but he gets tangled up on her dress and lightly, gently places her down. And she stands up on that motherfucking foot. And I said, you know what? I was trying to rock with you. I was rocking with you, but girl, they right.
I love
They
it.
ain't lying on you.
I fucking love it.
They weren't lying on you. Lisa
Adriana
believes that she's
in
gonna
this
miss
scene.
the activities and also some good dick because it wasn't just me. I did the bellhop like he was like, you finna leave, bro? I ain't gave you this behind the bed.
Well, I don't know what he looked like actually, but I mean,
he was fine.
Okay, I believe.
He was fine. She don't know the signs. She worried about Lenny.
I believe. Right, she won't
Lenny.
Lenny. She said that's the only dick she ever seen. I'm like, well, girl, that's
the problem.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. That is the problem.
Girl, just somebody.
So all of the girls are reconvening about the prior night's activities, where Nicole tells everyone that it's actually not a botanical where she got those crystals from. It was the gift shop on the way to the Bahamas.
It's the airport gift
It's
shop.
like every other gift shop, every other little that we have everywhere. I'm just like, here we go again, being wrong.
And Julia says that, you know what? Listen, anyway, we're gonna move forward, child. Anyway, so as that's going on, you hear a faint squeak coming down the hallway.
Oh.
Is it Ratatouille? No, it is Adriana being pushed by Julia in a wheelchair because her
with sunglasses.
It was her sitting like this with the hat that's getting pushed.
I love it.
And I was just like,
I loved it.
This is crazy.
Shit. Fucking, this is the Adriana that I miss. Like, just.
Oh, that she's back.
She is back for real. And I'm kind of enjoying it. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually enjoying it.
You know what? She's filling my Ramona quota. Because this is Ramona's finger all day.
She gave me Vicky Gumbelson, just victim.
Oh,
victim the whole episode.
Yeah.
It's Vicky.
Definitely Vicky.
Vicky's done that before. Remember, Vicky was getting wheeled
multiple times.
Yeah, it's definitely a Vicky. So the ladies laugh and don't believe that her foot is really broken, but they move forward with the day where they get on this boat and Miami's hot plays, and it is the magical healing potion for the rest of the trip. As Kiki takes her top off and those titties are tittying, and everyone is finally having a great time. And then we have to have another conversation. As you know, Alexia says that while she doesn't feel like the song is a healing power, she recognizes that Adriana is A, an asshole, and B, it's a hit. And I was like,
I was like, you know what? That's because had it been like Giselle, she would have said, I don't like this shit. I ain't never heard it.
Absolutely.
At least she can say it was a good song.
She said, look, we're not dogging your music. There are other things
we dogging you,
that
girl.
We dislike. There are
it's
other things
the
about
music,
you.
It's you.
It's you, you're the problem.
In so many words.
And that's why I can never unstand the Cuban Barbie.
The Cuban Barracuda. Baby.
The Cuban Barracuda. Where did Chase walk off set? Ramona?
He's having technical on his play.
But I guess we're still recording. So.
Yeah, we're still good.
Okay. I didn't know we were still recording.
Oh, yeah, no, they can't do a thing.
Sorry, guys. You're getting a live, raw, uncut, unfiltered. Deal with it. We're almost done as we are now on the beach. And everyone is coming to just relax. And...
I'm sorry. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay. And she says that... What happened?
Nothing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. The boss is being the boss. Child. was good. Okay, so everyone is on the beach, and Adriana is saying that she feels that the ladies are disregarding her again because her foot is actually broken, and everyone else is on the beach having a good time. Alexia says that, dude, we were not judging your music, but we're judging your actions, and no one cares about her foot almost being broken into a million pieces. Alexia says that it was an accident, and accidents could happen to anyone. Adriana replies, well, you know, accidents have consequences, like Frankie. The ladies' jaws drop. Everyone is taken aback. And Alexia cries and says, never to bring up...
Immediately goes.
Yeah.
So I was like,
never bring up Frankie, while the group looks on in horror. And then Adriana screams as we leave the episode that she almost lost her foot.
And I was like, you know what, Adriana, girl,
the bravery.
I mean, it's a to be continued. So we're gonna talk about it obviously next. So let's pick up here. But the Adriana, I can't get with that. One thing about Alexia is Frankie. That's the only thing I really like about Alexia is Frankie. Okay, so no, and especially to the same foot about it being almost gone, lost her foot with her whole son has a whole condition right now. No, baby. Adriana.
In the trailer, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. I would have thought that she was trying. Well, yeah,
I don't think that was talking. Nothing.
It was gonna work.
There was nothing she could say about Frankie to me.
Can I finish?
Make it work.
No. I'm sorry.
In the trailer, I thought she was trying to relate, like, hey, accidents happen. You should know. You know, we've got something going on. But then in the actual episode, there was no correlation.
I get
it wasn't
what
even anywhere
she was
close
saying.
to correlation. There was nothing
So I get what she was saying, but
she did not relate at
to
all.
her foot, Jamie.
There was nothing.
Like, it was not broken. It was not that serious. You are not out here. You're gonna be walking the next day, maybe with a little. You're our age, so It's gonna swell, but it was uncalled for. So I felt bad for Alexi in that moment. I know Alexi puts out a whole lot, but we know that Frank is like her whole heart and joy. You can never take it away from her. So
well, that boy almost died. That boy
and
literally
that
almost
yes,
died.
I can't defend it.
He was in a coma.
That's trash.
You had Kiki fall on your ankle. Like
right.
One of these things is not like the other.
It was disgusting. Adriana is disgusting. She has a pattern of that. She's shown us that she's disgusting, and I really cannot defend what she said at all. I don't think that she meant it that way, but just like with the whole Gia analogy, she shouldn't have said it. It was bad. It wasn't good, and
that was a good analogy.
We're gonna pick up where we left off next week because
we'll talk about it.
We're gonna have to really dig into that, but we can't dig into it without the full context of what happens after. So, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching episodes 13 and 14. Thank you for coming to my house uninvited.
He knew I was coming 2 days ago, but but it was fun. It was fun. So we'll be back in 2 weeks, like you said. For this, was it? Maybe we got 1, 2.
I think we have 2 more episodes, and we are going to be going live soon, you guys. So buckle up, stick in there with us.
For the reunion.
For the reunion. For the reunion.
That's what I promised.
Can we? But we got to make sure Blue and Danny can make it, child, because they don't be wanting to show up to work.
Danny's here. Danny's here with me. Y'all ain't the only ones.
Danny's here. We got to make sure Jamie get his haircut ahead of time.
Look, don't talk. Okay, guys, I was here at 1:20. It took them 30 minutes to figure out.
And with that being said, we want to thank you guys
30 minutes to figure out the audio.
And we're going to go ahead and lean.
Thank y'all for watching. Like this video. Thank you for having me in your space with this nice, lovely cocktail. I'm a little tipsy.
Yeah, because that was
a beverage.
In the quick after that.
All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. We'll see y'all next time, okay?